Hey, look who's here. Heather's safe and sound.
Safe. You were always an optimist, Michael.
Sorry, I know this is not exactly the reunion we expected after all this time. But you have no idea. I thought you were... Well, I explained that already.
So, Madeline, you got your spook. What have you learned?
It is interesting. This spirit is experiencing what would be considered nausea in a living person.
This spirit? I do have a name.
Apologies. She is being pulled. There is the signature of another spirit at work.
A signature?
Yes, I can see it. It is faint, but I can see it. Only the power of this circle is stopping it from gaining a foothold. Unfortunately, it is too faint for me to see anything useful. And we dare not lower the circle. I need to examine another soul. One that is marked like this one.
And by another soul, you mean Peter, don't you?
Peter? Peter Fielding?
Yes, his soul is still out there.
I see.
Oh, I'm in control now. Okay. Well, let's go deal with Peter. You run, little woman. Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can I do for you?
So I'm told that you give personal training sessions.
Yeah, you interested?
I sure am.
Well, I don't have the time right now, but I can probably pencil you in. Just gotta check the schedule outside. How about next Tuesday, say 11 a.m.?
Sure, I think I can swing that.
Great. Here's my number in case you need to reschedule. You got a phone?
No, well, I'll just remember it.
Okay. 646-555-0425.
Thanks.
Great. See you then. And by the way, when you come to our session, don't wear a suit.
What's wrong with this suit? Yeah, I do have it. I was afraid I was gonna have to type it in because I in no way remembered what that guy said. Oh boy.
Officer Palmer?
Hi, Officer Palmer.
What can I do for you?
You can be a little more chipper.
Could you look up another phone number for me?
I suppose I can, within reason.
I'm trying to track down someone who Leah knew. The number is 646-555-0425.
Alright, give me a second. That phone is registered to a unit in Murray Hill. Here's the address.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
Bye! Oh, go!
Coming.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Who's asking?
I'm working with the police.
And?
And I need to ask you a few things.
I've already told the cops everything. I wasn't there. Just leave me alone.
Why is nobody ever happy to see me?
Dunno. It can't be your copious amount of social grace.
Jeez, look at this place.
I can't touch him, but maybe I should get a closer look at him.
I keep clicking the wrong button.
I'm not just gonna blow on everything I see.
Gold member. Oops. Oops.
No good. The rug's too thick.
Okay. Well, that was helpful.
Bingo. The case number is listed in this file. It belongs to a Maggie Fielding. It appears she was picked up in the raid on the Carth house. She was brought in for an emergency detox and forced to go into rehab. It lists one known family member, a brother, Peter Fielding.
Ugh, coming. You again? What is it this time?
I'm looking into Peter Fielding's death. Did you know him?
Look, I'm done talking about Peter. I've got my own problems. Just leave me alone. Ugh, coming. You again? What is it this time?
You're Peter's sister, Maggie, right?
Sure, fine, you got me.
Why couldn't you just tell me that before?
Because I'm trying to get healthy, working through the program, admitting I have a problem, just like my sponsor says. All that is the first step. I'm still working on the rest. Talking about Peter, that's step 5. I'm not ready. It's nothing personal. I just need to avoid thinking about him for a while.
And you're doing that by living in his apartment.
It's just temporary. I have nowhere else to go. And besides, what difference does it make? He's gone. He had a stupid accident, and now he's gone.
That's just it, Maggie. It might not have been an accident.
No. Whatever you're thinking, no. I need this to be over, you understand?
Then we need to talk. You can call your sponsor if you want to.
Screw my sponsor. Let's do this. So, talk.
Could you excuse me for just a sec?
Sure, I
Whoops.
guess.
Thanks.
Smooth.
What do you know about Peter's death?
Just what I was told. That he was fixing a light bulb and fell off the ladder. I remember thinking it was a pretty stupid way to go, especially for him.
How do you mean?
Did you know the guy? He was obsessed with health. To die just falling off a ladder? I always thought he'd outlive the world.
Why is Peter such a sore subject with you?
That's between me and him, or his ghost, or whatever.
It might help to talk about it.
I'm still working through the program. Talking about it is step number 5. I'm not ready for it yet.
Could you tell me about your father? He opened the gym, right?
Sure.
Could you tell me anything else about him?
If you want to know about him, you'll have to ask him yourself. Here's his address. He's always home.
Well, I'd better get going.
Sure, you know the way.
Bye. Enjoy your pizzas.
It's a calendar with personal training bookings marked on it. It's just a number on the calendar. It's just a number on the calendar. There we go. Nobody can say I don't do anything nice. Wait, this is Greenwood Cemetery. This tombstone is faded and hard to read.
Okay. Helpful. So March 18th.
The month is written at the top in dry erase marker. The month.
Right? Hang on. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure.
No.
Oh, right. Switch to Joey. Go in.
Hey, Peter?
Hey man, what can I do for you?
Say, can we reschedule that training session we set up?
Sure, we can do that. Let's go check the calendar outside.
Okay.
Hey, miss, you're dripping water on the floor.
Oh, sorry.
No problem, just be sure to put on sneakers or something if you want to work out here. Anyway, let's check the schedule. Huh? Is that the date? Hey, listen, I'm sorry, but there's an appointment I've got to keep. Can we sort this out another day?
Sure, no problem.
Thanks.
Bye, Mr. Ghost.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
Is there anything in the system about a Connor Fielding? He died about 20 years ago.
Let's see. Our records from back then are a bit spotty, but can't hurt to check. No, nothing comes up, but it's a very common name. Is there anything specific you can tell me about him?
He was in the Army.
Oh, then there might be something in the Veterans Association records.
Aren't those public?
Not everything. But fortunately for you, I can access everything. Okay. Archived records. Connor Fielding. Ah, seriously?
What's wrong?
Idiots. They had no idea how to archive data back then. I can only look them up by service number. You don't know it, do you?
I do, actually. It's 070-234-541.
Well, that's handy. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Connor Fielding. Served in Vietnam from 1966 till 1969. Honorably discharged. Moved with his family to New York a few years later. Huh. That's interesting.
What?
It says here that the police were called to his apartment several times. Reports of raised voices. Possible domestic abuse. No charges were pressed, which is why it wasn't in our police records.
But it's in the military database?
Word gets around. Someone must have noted it in his VA file. Doesn't say much else.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
There's the exit. Fielding. Oh, Maggie! Oh, no.
Ugh, coming. Oh, sure, come on in.
I learned a bit about your father.
You did?
The police were called several times to his house. No charges were made. It's not hard to read between the lines.
Huh. Well, I suppose you know everything now.
I don't, but I'm trying to.
Why? Why do you care so much? What does my father beating the crap out of my mother have to do with how Peter died?
I have my reasons.
So do I. There's a reason why I can't talk about this. I've been trying to forget this crap my whole life, and now I have a chance. I'm not going back to that. I'm sorry. I know you think you have good reasons, but I really need to be alone right now.
Listen.
Please, leave.
Okay.
You have such a way with people.
Are you still here?
Just leaving. Where are you going?
To visit my precious father. Not that it's any of your business. My neighbors are kind of twitchy. You better get out of here before someone calls the cops.
I guess we should talk to
Maggie.
Maggie. It'd be weird if we were talking to the ghost behind her.
Huh. I had a feeling you'd follow me here.
I didn't follow you. You got here after I did.
You're not gonna leave me alone, are you?
You know I try and help you whenever I can.
Not until I spill everything.
I've never pressured you to talk to me, Maggie. Although God knows maybe I should have.
I'm sorry, but it's important.
Maybe it's because I'm out of that stuffy apartment. Maybe it's because when I'm here, I know he's really gone.
I know. I miss him too.
Talking about it. The fifth step. My sponsor said I didn't have to do them in order. Many people don't. I guess now is as good a time as any.
I'd like that, Maggie. I really would.
So, talk.
Tell me about your father.
It's not about him. Not really. It's all wrapped up with Peter. It's always Peter.
What are you talking about?
What did Peter do?
Nothing. Everything.
Maggie, what are you talking about?
He took over my dad's gym, made it successful. I hated him for it.
Wait, what? Don't you remember how miserable I was? Drifting from job to job, hating all of them. Running Dad's gym was something I was good at. I thought you'd be happy for me.
Didn't Peter have lots of jobs he hated before he started working at the gym? Couldn't you be happy for him?
Happy? Happy that he took my father's name and made it revered?
I don't see the problem here.
The people in the neighborhood love that gym. They come by and say what a nice old man Connor Fielding was, and what a shame he died, and how nice that his son took up his legacy. Legacy. A legacy of bruises and hiding in the dark.
Bruises? What are you talking about?
You always believed her when she said she was clumsy. It was like some horrible after-school special.
Maggie, you're not saying what I think you're saying.
You never knew, did you, Peter? So wrapped up in yourself. You never saw what he was doing.
Why didn't you ever tell me?
Mom hid it from both of us, and I was too scared to say anything. In the end, it was just easier to say nothing and hate you. And now it's too late. For what it's worth, I don't hate you anymore, Peter. But I need to get on with my life. Goodbye, brother.
Goodbye? What do you mean, goodbye?
Sorry, I should go.
Maggie, wait! Maggie! I never knew! I swear, I never knew. I just don't understand. Huh? My God.
I'm sorry, Peter.
I remember. The ladder. It broke. Oh man. I don't feel so good.
Right, we don't have a lot of time. Peter, I need you to grab a hold of this.
What the heck is that thing?
No time, just grab. Well, that was close.
Yay!
Did it work?
Let's get back and find out.
This whole story is incredible.
It's all true, Peter. Can't you feel it? Like something is trying to pull you away.
I thought it was just indigestion, but I've never had indigestion in my life. Figures I'd get it when I'm dead.
Madeline, have you had time to examine them?
I think... yes.
Madeline?
Yes, apologies. I believe I have all the information I need.
Huh? Madeline?
Ugh, I really don't feel so good.
This can't be right. Michael? What's going on?
Madeline!
Apologies, my host.
Madeline, what just happened?
Of course it was Madeline.
Felt quite pleasant.
Madeline? Madeline? Hey!
You, Mallone, stay back. You as well, Blackwell. I have absorbed enough energy to burn that precious body of yours to a cinder.
Why? Why do this?
Have you ever heard of the concept, the journey of the soul?
What?
It is said that every soul has a predestined fate or destiny, and the goal of every soul is to find it. But it is also said that the joy comes from the journey, not the destination. Have you ever wondered where you would be now without the grace group? Without the epiphanies that were pushed into your brains as if by magic? Maybe you would have all found your way, maybe not. But you skipped the journey, went right to the destination. It made your souls happy for certain, but it also made them weak, pliable, controllable by someone like me. And now, if you'll excuse me, I am still very hungry.
No!
You. This whole time it was you?
Indirectly. I knew these souls existed, I just needed to collect them. I could not collect my host until last, because my existence here was tied to him. As for Fielding and Goffstein, they were sleeping spirits. They needed to be awakened, something only you could do. So, thank you for that.
Collect? What do you mean by that?
Perhaps that word is not sufficient. Possibly consume, ingest, absorb. I took their energy as part of my own.
What the hell are you doing this for? I pulled you out of the dark. You were free. Why mess that up?
Free. You of all souls tell me that I'm free. I am dead. For centuries I have been dead. I I was a good spirit guide. I did my duty. And yet did I ever move on? Did I receive any reward? No. I was passed on from host to host, saving spirit after spirit. It became tiresome. Then my last host banished me. I remained there, in the void, alone, forgotten by the universe, until you brought me out.
Yeah, well, we all make mistakes.
But I was still not free. To fully free myself, I needed power, energy. These souls, these poor, misguided souls, were the nearest source I could find.
And what do you need energy for? What on earth could be worth all this?
Allow me to demonstrate.
Hey!
What the hell are you doing? Ah! Red, you okay? Come on, darling, say something.
Interesting. I wondered if I would have to relearn how to breathe or walk, but it all comes quite naturally, like putting on a tailored glove.
Madeline.
Hello, Mallone. Seeing you with these eyes is different. Of course, it might be these spectacles, cumbersome things.
I'll show you cumbersome. How about a punch in the face?
Mallone, there is no need for this hostility.
No need. You lied to us from day one.
I apologize for the ruse. I admit I have not been completely forthcoming.
No kidding.
Come now, Mallone. Nothing has changed. I won't shirk the duty. I have no choice. We will continue to save lost souls. Performing it from this end could be refreshing.
I work with Red, not with you.
You can think of me as her, if it will help.
Like hell.
Sadly, you have no choice.
Red, fight her. Whatever she's doing, fight her.
She cannot. If her predecessors could not win against me, then she has no hope. Not with the power I now possess.
Predecessors? What are you talking about?
This is not the first time I have attempted this. In the void, I could only reach certain minds, the minds of other bestowers.
Other bestowers? You mean...
The other Blackwell women, yes. But I was too weak, and so were they. I could only control their minds for a few minutes before they broke.
Broke?
I did not expect that would happen, but some good did come of it. I eventually learned the proper approach, and finally I have succeeded.
You're insane. I mean it, Madeline, a stark, raving lunatic. Do you have any idea what you've done?
You dare condemn me, little ghost? Allow a few centuries to pass. Wait until you've been left abandoned in the dark, adrift, terrified. Then you can pass judgment. But until then, I must get to the business of living.
Stay here. We're not done talking. I said stay here. Ah! Hey! Now cut that out.
Do try and keep up.
Okay. This is weird.
What do you want me to do?
Whoops.
It's not like I can do much from in there.
Hey, Maddie.
Yes, Mallone.
Now what?
I will simply live. I will grow old and I will die, like any other soul. And when that happens, perhaps I will move on as intended. It is a slim hope, but after centuries of existence, it is the best I have.
Why are you pacing around?
No reason. I am just enjoying the sensation. It has been a long time since I have felt snow on my face.
That's not your face.
True, I suppose, but no matter. I am still enjoying it.
You can't go any further, can you?
Whatever do you mean?
You're stuck. You're tied to Michael. Trying to escape it is like hitting a brick wall.
It is a temporary setback, nothing more.
What are you gonna do? Lug Michael's body around in a wheelbarrow? I'd like to see that.
Don't be absurd. You know as well as I do. I am bound to his corporeal form for a few days. After that, I will be free.
Ha! Some master plan. All this planning, all this death, and you can't even cross the street.
Only for a day or two. I can wait. I have infinite patience.
Yeah, but does your stomach? You're gonna get hungry.
Any problem has a solution.
What about going to the bathroom? Red drank a lot of coffee.
Perhaps burning Michael's body to ashes, or some kind of cleansing ritual.
Here's an idea. Take a powder. Just leave us the hell alone.
Will you let me think?
I can't wait for the cops to show up. A dead priest, and you just around the corner? Bet you never expected to come back to life only to spend it in jail.
Will you be quiet? Honestly, why you haven't driven your host completely mad is beyond me.
Ugh.
What are you doing?
You know, Red and I have a bond. We gotta stick together. Where she goes, I go. You might be wearing Red's body, but you ain't her. There's a line in the snow, and you can't cross it. But Rosa Blackwell, she can cross it just fine.
You're hurting me.
Good.
You idiot! Do you have any idea what you just did?
I just evicted you, sister.
No, I will not be trapped in that limbo again.
Tough. You made this mess, now clean it up.
Very well. Just remember, you brought this on yourself.